Is this credit crunch 2.0? Are we about to begin a new credit crunch? I remember back in 2008, 9, 10, fuel prices were so high. Over here in the UK, they're £1.90, £1.90 plus. They're getting even higher. It was about this time when we had this fuel crisis. Yet again, we're having another fuel crisis. Not the same kin, but it's similar, where the prices are just getting higher and higher. Inflation is rising. It's happening again. And after that, we had the credit crunch. Well, I think we need to fasten our seatbelts, strap in, and find out what's going on. I'm Nathan of Zion. Join me on the road and find out what's happening in the markets. What's happening in the stock market. So let's jump into this video right here. Okay guys, jumping into the charts. This is AT&T, and really I'm just going over what happened in the previous video. ETH crypto dumps massacre, and really ETH started to dump first, I think, but it was in reflection likely to be to the 10-year yield spiking, the Dixie spiking. But let's have a look at this stock. And if you're into stocks, don't forget to look down in the description, trading 212. But this fractal is playing out to T. I mean, absolutely playing out, consistent. And I got this fractal from here, which is it started in the quarter of April 2020. So, you know, almost 2 years ago now, all the way through to April 2021, and really we're coming to this point of where, again, as I say, it's playing out. If you see in the quarter of April 2021, this is where we've got this massive dump starting to happen, and then from there it was just bearish. We've got this dump, and we've got this this cross. Some would call it a golden cross. 50-day moving average, 200-day moving average, 50-day moving average being the blue, 200-day moving average being the yellow, and golden cross indicating the big pump. Well, we had the golden cross, we had the big pump. The next cross will come, and that is going to be the big dump. In fact, the big dump's already started, as you could see with this candlestick. So, as I say, this is what I was expecting. If you look through my previous videos, I come to this fractal, I come back to this fractal all the time, and you can see that you know how well it's rhyming. As I say, like, the vocal cords are not the same, but it's definitely singing the same tune. So yeah, as I say, if you're into stocks, you know, be sure to check me out, because I'll be looking into other stocks. I'm interested in AT&T, I'm interested in IBM, I'm interested in Exxon Mobil, I'm interested in a whole load of them. But as I say, if you'd like to get involved, then yeah, check out Trading 212, and we can share £100 worth of stocks and shares each. If you don't have a Trading 212 account, do jump into that. But yeah, so what is really driving this market is what's really happening. Why are cryptos dropping? Why is the stock market dropping? Well, what I want to do really is jump into what the drivers are, and I believe, like a lot of people, a lot of traders will believe, is that the actual driver is the debt market. And when I say the debt market, I mean the 10-year yield in specific, you know. So let's check out and see what's happening with the 10-year yield. The 10-year yield has gone parabolic. It's gone parabolic again at this this zone where we thought it might reverse on itself, and actually it's now 3% down from its top, but this is an absolute driver. You know, what's happening is investor sentiment is poor, and investors are taking their money out of, so banks and institutions, big funds are taking their money out of stocks and shares, and they're pumping them into government bonds and treasury notes, and so this is the effect. We get this massive spike, and this is going to lead to an implosion. So what's likely to happen is we'll have this spike, and then all of a sudden we're going to have this massive drop, and everything's just going to go pandemic, because we won't the value is just going to come straight out of the dollar as well, so purchasing power will be even less. And you can see there's confluence between the Dixie and the 10-year yield, because actually what's happened is, where we thought that we were going to stay in the zone, the Dixie's come out of the zone and has made a new swing high already at the top of the peak, so it doesn't look like it's stopping at the moment. And really, when we talk about confluence and purchasing power, if we look at the BIXI, the British Pound Index, that bag of currencies in comparison, then you can see, wow, actually the BIXI is the lowest it's been, for a good 2 years almost, really, a good year. So I mean, it's you can see there's confluence there. The Dixie's making new highs, then the BIXI's making new lows. And if you look at the euro, that bag of currency, you'll see that the euro's down as well, about the same level as the BIXI, and that is exactly what seems to be happening in the stock market, but really, inflation's up, and Bitcoin should really be an inflation hedger, right? But Bitcoin is down. Bitcoin's taken a massive hit, along with Ethereum. We seem to be down at this point, quite a bit. Let's draw out a measurement of how far we're down. We're down at 22. We're down way over 60%. Way over 60%. Let's see if we can get this on the chart here. From there, so let's find this top from where we had our previous high, which is about there, and you could see it's about 22,000. We're about 66, 67%. We got a ways to go, maybe. We're looking at, Bitcoin really has sort of these 80% drops, and it's not really complete yet. But jumping over to Ethereum, let's check out Ethereum, what drops we got. And I've done an overlay with Ethereum, and I'm expecting Ethereum to go back down to around $550. So we know what the drivers are. But let's just have a measurement and see where we are at the moment. Again, we're looking at 80-90% drops here. Ethereum is actually done 75, so it's quite close to its 80% drop. But we're going to be around down at about $827 once it's finished dropping. So that pretty much lines up with our fractal there, which I just took from the previous drop. So it's a continuation from the previous drop. There's quite a steep, steady drop, but that's where we are in the markets. Stellar seems to be holding its own. I would say that we're going to trade sideways. We may have a little drop to go, but it's not really dropped as much as Bitcoin. I would say that at the moment, excluding Ethereum, I would say that the other altcoins are gaining dominance over Bitcoin and Ethereum. Other altcoins like Stellar, XLM, XRP, they'll be gaining dominance, and that's quite a common thing in this downtrend bear market. But anyway, I'm Nathan. Don't forget to check out Trading 212 if you're into stocks. Trading in your ISA. If you trade in your ISA, okay, you can trade up to 20,000 a year. It's not financial advice, but you can trade up to 20,000 a year, capital gains tax free. And if you use my promo code, you'll get 100 stocks. If you don't have a Trading 212 account, you'll get £100 worth of stocks. I'll get £100 worth of stocks. Well, with the Fed looking hawkish and interest rates are looking to be hiked up even higher in the next quarter. They might go for, you know, a 50% rate hike, a 5-point rate hike. They may even go for 7.5. You know, really isn't looking that great with fuel prices rising, inflation report coming in 8.5%. You know, 10-year yield making new swing highs. Dixie making new swing highs. You know, the purchasing power maybe there through other countries, but it's gone parabolic, man, and it looks like it's about to implode at any time. Stocks are gonna get hit. S&P is probably gonna drop down to like 80% from its high, and you know, if that's gonna happen, recession is definitely on the horizon, and it's gonna be difficult. The cost of fuel, the cost of food, you know, it's just going to skyrocket. Fuel bills are just going to be crazy. Standard of living is going to drop. The question is there a safe haven? Well, I really think we need to check out this next video. I'm Nathan of Zion, aka Nathan, and I'll see you in the next one. Don't forget to like, subscribe by smashing a Zion coin, and see you in the next one. Thanks again.